This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. We're in New York and I'm joined by Ade Oladipo. Ade, it's weigh-in day. Firstly, before we come on to the obvious, how are you? How are you finding the week?
Good, crazy. Honestly, crazy week. New York, loud. I didn't think we'll get here. And we're kind of still not here, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's been a strange week. I still don't know what to make of Ryan's antics. I know a lot of people talk about him selling the fight. I just think it's had the reverse effect. If it was a big Ryan Garcia selling the fight, I think this fight would be a lot bigger. It's big, but I feel like it's missing something because of Ryan's antics.
Ade, let's obviously go into it. Big talking point today. They did their commission weighing. Ryan came in 3 pounds overweight. Throughout the week, throughout the workout, he looked like he was a little bit big, but he has come in overweight now. What was your initial reaction to that?
It's not good enough. You know what I mean? This isn't 135, right? He's a big 135. You've got another 5 pounds now. And you can't talk the way he's spoken all week. I bet you $500,000 I'll make the weight. And you've come in 3.5 pounds over. Like, Devin is a huge 140. Devin has hit the money on the head, nailed it. And Ryan, who's been crazy all week, comes in over. It makes you kind of believe what everyone's been saying now, that he hasn't taken it seriously, that he has been partying, he has been drinking. Look, fighters miss weight, but this is a huge fight. You got a chance to become WBC champion, which you can't do anymore. It's just like, someone's got to rein him in. Someone's got to have a word. His dad, Oscar, Bernard, someone, because it's not good enough.
I'm sure we'll be able to speak with the likes of Eddie, Oscar and what have you about how they were able to come to some form of agreement for the fight to go ahead. But when that news broke, was you concerned that that might be the sign that the fight gets pulled?
No way. Look around. They're never pulling this, right? Obviously, look, I'm hearing that Ryan's purse could be 8-9 million. He'll probably have to give 10% of that away. Devin's okay. You know the thing about Devin is, if Devin was a small 140, fair enough. Devin's going to come in the ring 165 maybe. So for Devin, he doesn't lose much, you know what I mean? If Devin was a small 140 guy, then Ryan would have an advantage size-wise, then it might mean something. But Devin's like, let's do this. Like, I'll beat you even though you're overweight. Not a problem.
I mean, going into this fight, anybody I asked pretty much said they expect Devin Haney to come out on top, but especially given how events have unfolded this morning, does that kind of really put the stamp on your decision and you believe that Devin will come out on top as well?
Yeah, I was stamped anyway. I think Devin right now is going that. Ryan's kind of doing that. I mean, look at Devin's resume. It's getting silly now. He's starting to really pile in the names. And that pro-grade performance was sensational against a puncher. So for me, Devin was always going to win. This makes me feel like now, if Devin doesn't stop him, I know he's not a power puncher, but I expect Devin now to stop him because I don't think Ryan's been too serious for this fight.
If Ryan was to pull it off, how big of an upset would you see that?
Enormous. And it shouldn't be, because Ryan Garcia, prior to the Gervonta Davis loss, was considered a superstar, not just because of his social media, because he's a good boxer. All of a sudden, Ryan's coming to this fight, and it's like a 95-5 kind of, that should never happen. So if he wins, wow. You know, for boxing, it would actually be, I dare say, more intriguing if he were to win. Because then, okay, Ryan's back in the mix again. If he loses, it's a long way back to sell him as a boxing star. Superstar outside of boxing, yes, but a boxing star, Oscar's got a lot of work to do.
And just away from all things Haney-Garcia, never caught you at the 5 versus 5 announcement. The fights which were reported ended up being true. What were your thoughts on them all now that they're official out there? What's your thoughts on them all?
It's insane, isn't it? I mean, look, you've covered the sport for a long time, and we don't get this. We get a main and a co-main. The 5 versus 5 is so good, people are not talking Baturbia of Bivol. You know what I mean? Some great fights on there. Hamza Shiraz, Ammo Williams is like, take my money now. That does Copper Box. Wilder Zhang does O2. Nick Ball versus Ford does the Echo Arena. These are all arena fights under one platform. Insane. Honestly, it's insane. I am a bit upset that Wilder Zhang's happening, not because it's not a great fight, but it would have been good if they kind of chose traditional Matchroom and Queensbury fighters. But you can't have everything, and it is Deontay Wilder, so yeah.
The one fight on that card where people are quite convinced they know the outcome of is Craig Richards and Willie Hutchinson. Most people expecting a dominant performance from Craig Richards in some way, shape or form. How big of a chance do you give Willie Hutchinson in that, or do you understand why he's such an underdog?
No, I can understand. I mean, look, Craig, out of the ring a long time, came back and maybe looks a bit rusty. Obviously under Shane now, so trying to learn Shane's tactics. But Craig Richards is such a good light heavyweight. He really is. I mean, there was talk about Yard versus Richards. But Hutchinson, what an opportunity. You're in a main card, you're getting paid well. You cause the upset, you never know, right? But that's the one, like, all of them are 50-50, 55-45. This one's probably more 80-20. It's the only one where I feel like I'd be shocked if Richards don't win.
All right, Ade, I don't want to keep you for much longer because I know you was going to go live very shortly. So thank you. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Take care, brother. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.